Welcome to the SABC Science and Environmental Wrap. The World Health Organization says the highly infectious Ebola has been blamed for 672 deaths in the Western African nations of Liberia, Guinea and Sierra Leone. In Sierra Leone, President Ernest Bai Koroma has declared a state of public emergency to tackle the outbreak. The measures resembled a tough anti-Ebola package announced by neighbouring Liberia on Wednesday evening. In SA, Science and Technology Minister Naledi Pandor says it's vital that government invests in science and technology. Pandor says it's through science and technology that cures for diseases such as Ebola are found. She was speaking at the TNA Business Breakfast on Thursday. The National Council of Provinces chairperson, Thandi Modise, was back in the news again this week. The NSPCA went to Modise's farm in their bid to charge her over the animal abuse. They say they were locked out and threatened with violence. The farm manager, Mio Muepe, has dismissed the claim and says they were racist towards the farm staff. The dispute continues. Still on news about animals, the International Union for Conservation of Nature has issued a report saying consumers are willing to pay high prices for pangolin meat, which is being eaten out of existence by wealthy humans. The IUCN says consumers are willing to pay increasingly high prices for their meat, which is being plated up at banquets across the East as a luxury food. Pangolins occur in Asia and Africa, including South Africa. In the Northern Cape, archaeologists have discovered tens of thousands of early Stone Age artefacts in Kathu, including hand axes and other tools. And there might be millions more. They are, however, concerned that development in the area might threaten the site, which may hinder revelation of what ancestors were up to. The archaeologists are of view that too much human activity poses a great threat and a challenge to the preservation of the site. In Kenya, a startup is giving loans to Kenyans to buy solar lighting systems on a pay-per-use basis. The whole transaction is carried out through the mobile phone. Known in Kenya as Mikopa Solar, Swahili for Mobile Credit Solar, Chad Larson, one of the co-founders of the system, says it was aimed at 80% of Kenya's 40 million population who are not connected to the electricity grid. Most of them either use kerosene to light their homes. In less than 100 days, ultra-marathon runner David Barnard will embark on his next desert race in Antarctica to highlight climate change. He has dedicated his participation in the 250-kilometer race through snow to raise 250,000 rand in support of Greenpeace Africa. The funds raised in the last desert race will go towards the installation of solar energy in an underprivileged South African community. Barnard says global warming and climate change is a great problem for the world.
It's a foot race. We're going to run 250 kilometers over 6 stages. So roughly a marathon a day, sometimes longer, sometimes a little bit shorter. And it forms part of a series of 4 races around the world, which covers the Sahara race, the Gobi Desert, Atacama Desert, and then the final race is Antarctica.
That's it for the science team. See you next week.